In this episode of Outlander Blood of My Blood, Ellen Mackenzie proves, once again, that she's far more than a pawn in the political games of men. Despite numerous efforts by the men in her life to manipulate or control her, Ellen cleverly navigates her way through complex clan politics, making strategic moves that serve both her personal desires and the well-being of Clan Mackenzie. Her intellect and emotional insight shine, even if her efforts go largely unacknowledged. The episode opens with Ellen and Brian in a passionate dream sequence, highlighting the intensity of Ellen's feelings for him. However, the romantic tone is quickly shattered when Ellen awakens to a harsh reality, one where her brother Callum has arranged her marriage to Malcolm to forge a political alliance. Though Ellen pleads her case and offers to remain at Castle Leoch to support the clan regardless of whom she marries, Callum remains unmoved. He coldly reminds her that their father's promises died with him, stripping her of the privileges she once enjoyed. Callum's betrayal cuts deep, especially considering Ellen's past care and loyalty toward him during his injuries. When she turns to Dougal for support, he seems willing to overturn the marriage agreement if he becomes laird. But Ellen later learns that Dougal has secretly promised her hand to a Jacobite leader to gain political support, revealing his own manipulative ambitions. Meanwhile, at Castle Leathers, Murtagh is despondent over Ellen's engagement. Brian, unaware of the betrothal, is shocked. Simon, ever opportunistic, sees the engagement as a threat to his political alignment with the Grants and plots to ruin Ellen's reputation to end it, though Brian is deeply conflicted about the dishonorable plan. Simon proceeds. Murtagh, noticing Brian's reluctance, speculates that he deliberately informed his father to sabotage the engagement. Murtagh, hopeful that Ellen might settle for him if her reputation is damaged, becomes. A flashback provides insight into Callum and Dougal's youth, depicting a failed cattle raid where Callum suffered a debilitating injury. This incident strained their relationship with their father, Jacob, who viewed both sons as failures. The event becomes a pivotal moment that shaped Callum's current disposition and motivations. Ellen later witnesses Jacob punishing Dougal, adding layers to her understanding of clan dynamics. Back in the present, Ellen skillfully intervenes in clan politics. She enlists Ned's help and gives him a written proposal to mediate between her brothers. Her plan culminates in the Great Hall during the clan's oath ceremony. Callum acknowledges his limitations as a warrior and publicly names Dougal as his war chieftain, while Dougal swears loyalty to Callum in return. This clever move, orchestrated by Ellen, unifies the leadership and sways the rest of the clan, including Kinney, to follow suit. Elsewhere, Julia's storyline grows darker. Now over a month at Castle Leathers, she suspects she's pregnant. Davina, having noticed, urges her to take an abortifacient or risk Simon intervening more violently. Julia denies being pregnant but begins to fear for her and her child's safety. Desperate and constantly surveilled, Julia resorts to a grim strategy. She visits Simon's quarters at night and seduces him, hoping that if he believes the child is his, he might allow it to live. Her choice is heartbreaking, but it's also strategic. A survival tactic in a world with no mercy for women in her position. Meanwhile, Henry continues his search for Julia, enlisting help from a local madam who may be able to track her down. The episode closes with Julia writing to Henry, explaining her grim decision. She's trapped, watched, and alone, and the only way forward, however painful, is to outplay the predator circling her.